This week on Court in Providence.
During that time, I became a single mom, so there was a lot of transition, so I had a hard time keeping up with the fines and tickets.
Did you have any insurance?
I have progressive insurance, but not with that car. I didn't get to switch it.
Yeah, no insurance on this car. Inspector Quinn, another charge, driving with no insurance. Is there anything else you want to admit to while you're here?
No.
I absolutely believe this gentleman that they would block the street waiting to get food, and which in turn causes several disturbances that we need to respond to on a weekly basis over at the nightclub area on Broad Street in downtown.
You want to be a judge?
Yeah.
You want to be a judge? All right, you like it up here? Okay, well, she's going to be a judge someday. Before you say anything, I want you to listen to me for 1 minute.
He stole my truck, and I busted his with his...
Is he telling the truth? Case is dismissed. But you have certain rights.
Oh, wow. I know this.
Is there anything you wish to say? That light was red, and you went right through there. Have a big date or something? You're going to get this if you keep it up, all right?
This is Court in Providence.
Jennifer Smith? He's bashful.
He hasn't passed the bar yet. It's okay, sweetie.
Jennifer, your motor vehicle has been booted.
Yes.
You have 21 unpaid parking tickets. Now, I suspect that you work in the city of Providence. These are all around Exchange Terrace in Westminster Street.
Yes, I do work in downtown Providence, and my son went to the preschool, URI Feinstein Preschool. Ian, please stop. For 2 years. And also during that time, I became a single mom. And,
you getting what?
During that time, I became a single mom, so there's a lot of transition, so I had a hard time keeping up with the fines and tickets.
Mm-hmm. Well, according to our records, you had a total of 39 tickets, so you've paid 17 tickets somewhere along the line, right? But you forgot about the other 22.
Yes, Ian? Yes, I became a single mom, had to move. I got mono at that time when I first became a single mom, and since then
I hope that wasn't the reason for your divorce.
What?
I hope that wasn't the reason for your separation.
No.
Oh.
It just was a wonderful coincidence. And I've had medical bills for biopsies since then, so I've been trying to keep up with those. Ian, please.
Well,
so I'm saying it's been a choice of what I've been able to pay, unfortunately.
I mean, I've heard several excuses on why people haven't paid tickets.
Of course.
I haven't heard mono or other situations.
It's just my
fact of
luck.
the matter is that there are 22
Of course.
outstanding tickets, and you didn't come in and make any attempt to pay. What did you think was going to happen?
Well, I've been working as a consultant full-time for 4 years with no paid sick or vacation time. So that has posed some barriers, and being a single mom, that has posed some barriers to me coming in, unfortunately. So I'm absolutely willing to pay original fines, particularly if I can make an arrangement, a payment arrangement. Of course, I know that I'm responsible for my fines.
There's a mandatory boot fee of $100, so we're going to impose a boot fee of $100. The parking tickets will cost you $450. So it's a total of $550. How much of that can you pay today?
I have about $250.
And thereafter, how do you wish to pay? Do you want to pay weekly, monthly, yearly,
I can
every
pay
10 years? What kind of a payment plan do you want to go on?
I can pay monthly.
Monthly? And how much can you afford a month?
$25.
I will order the boot removed upon payment of $250. Thereafter, you will make monthly payments of $25 a month. Now, I really don't want to lecture you, but I feel constrained to tell you that if you don't pay the $25 a month, the boot will go back on the car. Additionally, if you get more parking tickets, I strongly suggest that you pay them as they come in. You understand that? I mean, I know you understand that. And I've taken into consideration all of the circumstances that you have presented to me, and I'm trying to balance the scales of justice here. I think they're balanced. Okay, good luck to you.
What?
I said good luck.
Okay, thank you very much.
Accept it.
Yes.
Accept good. We all need good luck once in a while. All right.
Thank you very much.
Lawrence Thompson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You have two charges. One is you didn't have a seatbelt on. You're charged with not having a seatbelt on. Did you have the seatbelt on?
No, I didn't. Your Honor, it didn't. The car I had at the time, I was working on it. It was pretty beat up. I was working on it, and
Wait a minute. You didn't have the seatbelt on?
no, I didn't. It was broken. The seatbelt was broken. The interior, the car was junk. I basically bought the car to fix it.
Seatbelt was broken?
Yeah, the interior, the inside, and the beamer, because it's like two pieces. So
Yeah.
the bottom part is broken, and the top part is broken. So when you pull it, it won't even come.
Broken?
Yeah.
Inspector Quinn, did you want to add an additional charge of defective equipment?
No, Your Honor.
Well, we have an admission that the seatbelt was broken. Oh,
Yeah.
so you didn't have the seatbelt on?
No.
Have you had it fixed since then?
The car's a total loss. I bought the car to fix it. I was going to register the car. Within like 2 or 3 days after I got the ticket, I flipped in my car over 3 times, rolled over 3 times. The axle went. Car
With no seatbelt?
with no seatbelt.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're a pretty lucky guy.
Yeah, I'm just lucky I made it. I didn't get to register the car. I was going
Oh.
to. That's what I do for my living. I buy cars and I fix them, then I sell them. So I took a major loss with that BMW.
This was the car you were driving?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have any insurance?
I have a progressive insurance, but not with that car. I didn't get to switch
Yeah,
nothing
no insurance
over.
on this car. Inspector Quinn, another charge, driving with no insurance. Is there anything else you want to admit to while you're here?
No, I'm
No?
done.
No. It's $85 for improper display of plates. Pay the $85.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Corey Treats.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Right.
You're charged with speeding on Huntington Avenue. Okay, the only violation you've had in the last 3 years was that your stoplights, the bulb in your stoplight went out.
Yes.
Oh. Other than that, and that's not a moving violation. So you qualify under the statute to have this matter dismissed on your good driving record.
Okay. Thank you.
Who's this with you?
My daughter,
What's her name?
Raven.
Hi, you gonna wave to me? Huh? Yeah. How old are you? 7? Oh. You want to come up here and talk to me?
Go see the judge.
This way, this way, Rick.
Okay, now you're gonna tell me your name again?
Raven,
And what's your favorite topic? What do you like the best?
English,
What do you like?
what?
What subject do you like best at school? Do you like math? Do you like English? Do you like singing? Do you like art? What do you like?
Singing.
Singing? Yeah? Okay. Now, someday when you get to be older like your dad, not like me, like your dad, right? What do you want to do? You want to be a school teacher? You want to be an aviator? You want to be an engineer? What do you want to do? Did you ever think about that? You want to be a judge?
Yeah.
You want to be a judge? All right, you like it up here? Okay, well, she's going to be a judge someday.
Hopefully, I don't go in front
Okay.
of her.
Now, in order for you to be a judge, you have to go to college, you know that, right? So you're going to go to college?
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, then you can do pretty much what you want, okay? All right. It may help if you marry a rich guy, too, right? Okay. Well, thank you for coming up to help me here.
Next on Court in Providence.
Under the Rhode Island law, this is your second violation.
What happens if I come back for trial next time?
I explained earlier, if you want to come back and have a trial on this, you can have a trial.
There's much more Court in Providence ahead.
Did you know that Tasca offers the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles under $10,000?
Along with the most aggressive finance packages available. Another reason why you will be satisfied.
Legal issues at home can break your family apart. You need help from someone who really cares.
I'm Jack Calvino, and I'll help you get your life back. Don't give in. Fight back. Call Jack
at 401-785-9400.
Looking for more Court in Providence? Catch us on the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube, and the Instagram, and tell us what you think. This is Court in Providence.
Sarah Beth Pollock. Sarah, you're charged with failing to yield to an emergency vehicle. Exceptions to the driving. But you were not involved in an accident, were you?
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to dismiss. Sarah, have you been driving for a period of 3 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pursuant to the statute, the matter will be dismissed on your good driving record, upon payment of cost. Natalia Cheng. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are charged with speeding on Huntington Avenue. You do not have a good driving record. Last year, you had 2 violations. You had a speeding violation and you had a lane roadway violation. Right. Now, under the statute, that will count as one because they were on the same day. Right. So you have 2 choices today. You can pay $95 or you can come back and have a trial. What do you?
I'll pay.
You're going to pay. Right, so let me explain to you that under the Rhode Island law, this is your second violation within 12 months. If you have a third violation within 18 months, you'll be subject to sanctions. Your license will be subject to suspension. You'll be subject to paying a $1,000 fine, and you may be sent for driver retraining, and your license may be suspended.
What happens if I come back for trial next time?
I explained earlier, if you want to come back and have a trial on this, you can have a trial. All right, but I'm telling you that under the law, this is your second violation within a year. And if you have 3 within 18 months, right, that you will be subject, right, that you haven't had 3 in 18 months, but if you have 3 in 18 months, right, then you will be subject, right, to further penalties. And I just told you what those penalties are. Now, based on this, if you decide to come back and have a trial, you're entitled to have a trial. You can come back, you can take an attorney with you, or you can represent yourself. The city alleges that you were speeding on Huntington Avenue, caught on laser. Right, so you can question the police officer whether or not his laser was working properly, right? Or you can have an attorney do that. So you can challenge the method that was used by the police. According to the summons that I have before me, the police indicate that you really were doing 43 miles an hour, but they gave you a break, and they only charged you with doing 30 miles an hour in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. As a result, the fine is less. The fine would have been substantially more if the police officer charged you with doing 43, because you would have been doing 18 miles over the limit. So the police officer gave you a break on the speed. Right? Now, you can go back and challenge that, right? And then the court will make a decision whether or not the city can prevail in its case after hearing the evidence of the police officer and any testimony that you may give. So that's if you want to challenge it. But I'm indicating to you that if you don't want to challenge it, that you had really better be careful driving. All right? And the other thing you don't want to do is chew gum while you're in court, right? Particularly while the judge is talking, because it's very disconcerting, right? It's $95.
Okay, thank you.
Coming up on Court in Providence.
How long were you driving the car?
Just that time that he purchased
just that 1
it.
hour. It was just what happened that 1 hour it happened. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Right.
There's more straight ahead.
Did you know that Tasca has over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock, all protected by a 7-day money-back guarantee
and a 90-day bumper-to-bumper warranty. Visit Tasca.com where you will be satisfied.
An injury at work can put your future in jeopardy. You need help from someone who really cares.
I'm Jack Calvino, and I'll help you get your life back. Don't give in. Fight back. Call Jack
at 401-785-9400.
Now back to the judge and Court in Providence.
Melinda Constant.
Good morning.
Good morning, Melinda. You're charged with improper display of plates. Did you have one plate on the car?
Yes.
Why?
My husband had purchased a new car and he had
So you put one plate on one car, one on the other?
to drive it home.
That's exactly what you're not supposed to do.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of it.
You wasn't aware of that?
He had done it, and
what happens with insurance? In other words, if you're driving two cars with one registration, right, that means either one or both cars are not insured now, because your insurance company isn't going to insure two cars.
We have registered now. He just bought it.
Oh, I know. I know. Well, I don't know, but I suspect that you've registered it now.
Yeah.
But how long were you driving the car?
Just time that he purchased
just that 1
it.
hour. It was just what happened that 1 hour it happened. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Right. Inspector Quinn, just when I need you, you're not around.
Go ahead, Judge.
Oh, Inspector Quinn, Miss Constant had one plate on one car and one on the other. Her husband did this. But Miss Constant has represented to the court that it was just that one time and just for that very brief time that they were stopped.
See how good we are? It only takes us that little bit of time to find that offender.
You mean the Providence Police Department's that good?
We're on top of our game that day, Your Honor.
Melinda, I think you want to tell your husband that he owes you $85.
I tried.
All right. It's $85. The plate was on the car more than once. Burkus Ramirez.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Ramirez is charged with going through a stop sign on Public Street. Ask her how many years she's been driving.
¿Cuánto tiempo ha estado manejando?
Como 10 años.
Like 10 years.
All right, in this country?
¿En este país? Yes.
She has an unblemished driving record. Pursuant to the statute, the matter is dismissed.
Te lo quitaron por tu buen récord de conducir.
Thank you.
Linda Knapp. Linda, you were charged with speeding on Canal and Smith Streets in Providence. You are from Glen Falls, New York.
Yep.
Did you say yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
It's not yep. No, I know. In Glen Falls, I thought that was a very sophisticated area where people would, speak properly. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I knew. See that? I know that. All right, Linda, we have your driving abstract from New York. And there's one line here that's very significant, and it says driver history, and it says conviction quantity. And after that, there's the number 0, which means you have an unblemished record in New York. You also have an unblemished record in Rhode Island, according to our records. So, at any rate, you qualify to have the matter dismissed on your good driving record.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yes, please. Thank you.
It's not yeah, right?
There's more straight ahead.
At a high rate of speed. There's not even an incident report on this, so I don't know what you're supposed to do. All right. I mean, don't come back next week and say, I was driving down Broad Street and there was this food truck and I couldn't get by,
There's a whole lot more right around the bend.
Did you know that Tasca has over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock, all protected by a 7-day money-back guarantee
and a 90-day bumper-to-bumper warranty. Visit Tasca.com where you will be satisfied.
A dog bite can cost you a lot more than you think. You need help from someone who really cares.
I'm Jack Calvino, and I'll help you get your life back. Don't give in. Fight back. Call Jack
at 401-785-9400.
You are watching Caught in Providence.
Edward Pina.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You were charged with operating your motor vehicle on Broad Street.
Correct.
In excess of conditions that would require reduced speed. And this was at 2 o'clock in the morning on Broad Street and Thurbers Avenue.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning. There was Broad Street is always crowded. It was a Friday night. It's gonna be crowded. All the clubs.
It was a party night, so there was people all over the street.
Basically, and they always park in the middle of the street to get food. So I went around them. I went because there was the sidewalk, and then there were cars parked next to the cars on the sidewalk. So they were taking the whole right lane. So before
Who's they? You're talking about pedestrians?
Yeah, pedestrians park their car on the side, next to the sidewalk, and on the middle of the street, just to get food. They do it all the time.
Well, was there a food truck?
Yeah, the food trucks are all there. There's like 20 of them down Broad Street. And they all park their cars right there, so there's no way for you to get on the main road without cutting them off, because they stay there, they don't move. They don't care if you beep the horn, they're still gonna stay there. So I went around, and after I went around, the cop ended up pulling me over on the other side, not even on Broad Street, near Roger Williams School, and he pulled me over for telling me, because I went around the cars, it wasn't for speeding or anything. He told me, but I told her, I explained to her, I was like, the cars didn't want to move. I was behind them for over 5 minutes, and nobody moved. Now, and there was police at the end of the street at the light. They didn't move them. They were just there clearing out the clubs and everything.
Let me see if I understand this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, right? There's a food truck that's selling food on Broad Street, Broad and Thurbers.
Yes.
Right? Is there an establishment there, a drinking establishment close by?
Oh, yeah, there's clubs everywhere.
There's clubs everywhere.
Everywhere.
So people are now getting out of the club,
Correct.
right? They've been drinking all night and they want some food, and they're now standing in the street. All right, Inspector Quinn, are you familiar with this area?
Your Honor, I was just speaking with one of the clerks about an
Inspector
issue.
Quinn, this is a matter of, this gentleman is charged with operating under conditions that would require reduced speed. I read the statute to him. He indicates to me that this took place at 2 o'clock in the morning on Broad Street and Thurbers Avenue, indicated that there are many clubs in the area, and they were all getting out of the clubs at the time, and they were buying food at a food truck that was parked there, and that they were all out into the street. And he waited for 5 minutes, couldn't get by, and then he went around them. And as a result, the police officer pulled them over and charged them operating his vehicle under conditions that would require reduced speed.
Absolutely believe that, Judge. I absolutely believe that. They do have food trucks out there. I believe they are supposed to leave the area prior to the club's closing to avoid that particular issue, but I absolutely believe this gentleman that they would block the street waiting to get food, and which in turn causes several disturbances that we need to respond to on a weekly basis over at the nightclub area on Broad Street in downtown.
Under ordinary circumstances, I would require you to come back and have a trial.
All right, that's fine.
Based on the representations of Inspector Quinn.
That's fine.
Right, who is familiar with the area, familiar with the section and what's going on there. I'm going to dismiss this case.
All right, thank you.
As I have a view of this, you're operating your vehicle, actually, not according to the report, you weren't operating it at a high rate of speed. There's not even an incident report on this, so I don't know what you're supposed to do. All right, I mean, don't come back next week and say, I was driving down Broad Street and there was this food truck and I couldn't get by,
No.
All right, now you know.
I'm Frank O'Donnell. Tune in next week. And until then, don't get caught in Providence.